the retired General Anselam crossed the floor to the Emerson faction. We know him for actually issuing very, very statement, and he repeated that statement when he was these days he travels with Gudawashe Takwire a lot. And the question is, has he decided to cross to the faction of Mnangagwa, or this may be a counterintelligence also devised by Anselam Sanyatwe? Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, that is the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we come live, guess what, you become the very first one. Is Anselam Sanyatwe applying the principle of keep your enemies closer so that you can know what exactly they intend to do? Or he has crossed the other side, crossed the line to the other side of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa faction? It's quite confusing. Is it counterintelligence that is being employed by him so that they would think that this guy has lost the plot, or he has decided to join the team that is currently in charge of Zimbabwe? It's quite scary. I think I've repeated numerous times that the statements that have been said by Anselam, retired General Anselam Sanyatwe, saying whether Zimbabweans like it or not, he will, ZANU-PF will lead them by force. That statements demonstrate that he's not a politician, and maybe he is supposed to limit himself as a retired military general. But also looking at him, why would Mnangagwa demote him from the military if really he trusted this guy? Why would he demote him and actually give him a ministry, the Ministry of Sports that he is currently working in, and making a lot of political blunders, very, very confusing political blunders. Even if it's counterintelligence, it is not a creative counter intelligence. Maybe he is one of the generals that Blessed Keza has said they have sold out to the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa faction. Maybe, let's put it at maybe. Remember when Blessed Keza was talking about this, he did not give all the names. He just mentioned a few names that of actually military personnel, including even the Minister of Defense that have been actually brought by these Zikanangas. Is Anselam Sanyatwe a victim of what Gudawashe Takwire has said, that if you have got money, you have got power? And if you have got money, you get to control the military. So it's quite scary, though I cannot confirm whether Anselam Sanyatwe is still with the retired General Chiwenga faction, but the way he behaves is quite really, really confusing. And also politically, is not politically astute. You can't speak in a manner he is speaking, especially if you are promising to bring an alternative change. It will be quite dangerous. In my humble submission, what Sanyatwe is doing, maybe intelligence, where they are trying to give an impression to Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa that he has defeated them. Now powerless, while he's working to remove him. On the other hand, he might have been part of the military generals who have been paid a lot of money to twerk for the 2030 mantra of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Quite strange political developments that are happening. But what is positive is that Blessed Geza has remained adamant that Emerson Mnangagwa is going, in spite of the military generals having been actually placed in his pocket, some of them. He has said there is a progressive force that has been deployed throughout the country, and they are working flat out to make sure that Emerson Mnangagwa goes, and even going to a step further, saying his days are numbered, saying this bullshit of Emerson Mnangagwa is going to end very, very soon. I tend to believe Blessed Geza a lot because he has been consistent. And politically, he knows what to speak. He understands the political language. I think Sanyatwe must just shut up, especially if he is part of the Blessed Geza work on. Actually, people will quickly lose actually trust on this. In fact, I have said it that as much as at the moment people are desperate for change, it's quite really, really, the ratio is 10 is to 90%. That these people who are fighting within ZANU-PF can actually bring the change that Zimbabweans desire and expect and anticipate. Looking at the language of Anselm Sanyatwe, he calls Takwire a brother. These days is going with Takwire everywhere, where Takwire is going and showering Takwire with praises. So you can see that the plot by Emerson Mnangagwa to bring Budawashe Takwire into the political fore in Zimbabwe is actually gaining momentum. So Budawashe Takwire, watch the space. He may be part of the vice presidency and eventually contest the presidency through obviously the ZANU-PF conferences. But will this then neutralize retired General Chwenga? I strongly do not think so. I think this will quicken the removal of Emerson Mnangagwa. It will escalate things. There may be a bloodbath in Zimbabwe between these two factions, because this would have left the other faction with no option but to fight. Numerous red lines have already been crossed, and Takwire being pronounced as one of the vice presidents or having the ambitions to take over from Emerson Mnangagwa, I can attest to you that this will definitely collapse ZANU-PF in a big way. So that is my humble submission on what is currently politically unfolding in Zimbabwe. I know these days you've been seeing a little of me. I will resume normal programmings very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what, to become the very first one to watch us. Alternatively, you can support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Let me love and